Welcome back, Dan the Monster Man again from GourmetPapier-mâché.com. This is part 5 of my mask making tutorial. This is what we've been waiting for. Today we're going to add the skin to the mask using my cloth mache techniques that I talked about in part 1. In fact, if you haven't watched part 1, you should watch that at some point. Hang on to your pants, this is going to be fun.
In part 1 I told you how to prepare the cloth, but just to remind you of what you'll need, you got cloth cut into various size pieces, some scissors, glue, and of course the project. So let's start with the eyes. I take pieces of cloth first to cover the part of the glasses that would show. Then I fold pieces of cloth over and I'm going to use those for lids. First on top and then on the bottom. Notice I'm using an old knife to help me put the cloth where I want. One of the great parts about cloth is when you put a square piece of cloth around something round, wrinkles automatically form. So you're going to get details whether you want them or not. Next I'll put cloth in the corner of the eye, and I'll push it together with the knife, and you'll form crow's feet like devils and old people have. Next we're going to work on the ear. Take a larger piece of cloth, put it into the hole on the side of the head. I'm using a paintbrush, you could use a pencil. Wrap it around the ear, and then just squish the cloth together until you get wrinkles that look like the inside of an ear. Now be patient, sometimes you're going to make mistakes. I took this cloth off 2 or 3 times. I didn't show that in the video. I'm also playing this back at 400%. You're not going to work this fast unless you drink a lot of coffee. Time for the nose. Like the ear, I'm going to take a larger piece of cloth and I'm going to stick it into the nostril with something sharp. I'm going to do that on both sides, and with the excess cloth, I'm just going to manipulate it until I get nostrils. For lips, we're going to take long strips of cloth. We're going to fold it once or twice, maybe even 3 times, depending on how thick you want the lips. Then I'll use something sharp to create the philtrum. Yep, that groove under your nose. Generally, I like the lower lip to be thicker than the upper lip, so I rolled it 2 or 3 times. Once again, you have to marvel at how easily the wrinkles form just by pulling it around the teeth. That's true of the cheeks as well. Just use a larger piece of cloth, and as you fit it on there, you're going to get some really nice wrinkles. After that, we'll just take a few smaller pieces of cloth just to fill in the parts that we missed, on the cheeks in this case, and in the front of the nose. We'll work our way down to the chin and then up to the forehead. Not much more to say here, except you're going to take pieces of cloth, you're going to cover places like the brow and then the top of the head. To set these horns apart, I'm going to take a long strip of cloth, fold it several times, and then wrap it around at the base. Finally, I'll cover the rest of the horns, working my way from the bottom to the top. In fact, I'll speed this up even more. You get the idea. I have to say again how much I love this process. I've been using it since 1972 when I started calling it cloth mache. It's light, it's durable, and you can achieve details that you can't get with paper alone. Don't get me going on how great it is with dragon wings. It's the perfect complement to papier-mâché sculpture.
Yeah, you're cute. We know it. I heard when snakes are coiled like this, it means they want to be your friend. Well, that's the end of part 5. Next time we're going to paint and finish up. See you then.
In the meantime, come see me at my website. Or see what's happening at my blog.